The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We have the Dow Industrials up 13. You get the Nasdaq down 5. S&Ps are off 1.5. We have the gold contract flat, 12.74. That's after being up about $8 earlier. You have the silver market trading out here down 3 cents, $16.61. Platinum is flat, $9.12 an ounce. Light sweet crude, we have the numbers coming out 10:30 right now, are down 17 cents, $50.25. Notes, 10-year note down 4 ticks, 125.06. 30-year bond down 9, 152.11. And King Dollar's down 29 ticks, 93.385. King Dollar couldn't handle a higher price yesterday, folks. So today's going to be a big day for it because bottom line is it's been trying to get into that August 16th swing high, got up really close to it, within 200 ticks, and then just gave it up. The euro's at 117.5 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is trading out here at just about 113 to the U.S. dollar. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Great program. You want to understand options upside down, the futures market, right on your cell phone. Go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. And if you haven't test-driven the platform yet, go over to TFNN, hit that banner, bring it up. They'll let you trade with paper money. And we're all going to be driving a Tesla car since they have made 1/5 of the cars that they thought they were going to be.
Doesn't matter. Stock price is going up, man. They're getting upgrades. Stock price is going up. It's a beautiful day.
It's not only going up, that's right, is that yesterday, folks, it went from a price point, okay, when this came out of $331 and you're at $356.
Not a bad life to be a Tesla owner right now.
Oh, my God. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Yeah, Tesla's stock action yesterday was pretty interesting, to say the least.
I love the word interesting, man. It can mean so many things. I do.
That's all they'll allow me to say.
I hear you. I couldn't.
Over the airwaves.
I couldn't agree more.
What a, for shorts, and as we know by published reports, that there's a big short interest out there in Tesla.
Yep.
These guys have got to be awfully frustrated.
Oh, 22% short interest.
You wake up thinking, finally, my fruitions are coming to be. And,
seriously,
and,
man.
You know, and not so much.
And it not only flips around, man. That was an amazing flip, Kevin.
I was trying to look. So there were reports that their tractor trailer was spotted somewhere that might be. Did you hear that as well, Kevin? So I was listening. What is going on? I mean, that's just hype, really.
Yeah.
The real numbers were there that they're not.
We were in the studio actually, and by the time we got in the studio to the time it got out, it had turned from negative to positive on big option volume, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of option paper.
Well, you know, one of the main reasons that I mean, that was moving out there, so I brought it up. But I know, TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim clients, and that's a big, and it should be a big option,
Sure.
Tesla, because the bottom line is, folks, okay, when you're talking defined risk, why do you want to put up $357 when you can put up, pennies on the dollar for the same position? It's like, okay, you have a time restraint on it, but, bottom line is that...
For the type of volatility it has.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Incredible move, though, in Tesla. And, you've got several things, right? But 260 cars.
I know.
And that's the future of their company right now. I mean, delivering a mass market vehicle. If they really struggle there, then poof, they're.
That number is alarming in how small it is.
And they didn't even say why. It was just a spin of bottleneck in some, it's just PR speak. So who knows really what's going on? But they failed big time, and the market just didn't even blink.
Yeah.
Blinked for 10 seconds, and then it went up.
It was very, very interesting. I was reading a little bit about it yesterday, but you're right, Tommy. They didn't come out with much of a reason.
Yeah.
Why?
No.
It was just...
Which is almost scarier. Right.
Yeah. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, let's talk a little bit about spreads, because yesterday, folks, okay, now, picture, folks, if you really want to understand options, right, just listen to the program. Kevin, the team, they'll bring you through. All the different strategies are out there. Now, I happen to love spreads, Kevin, and I remember when I first learned them, I says, oh, wow, man, I really like the idea of what I can do with something. And as you were explaining yesterday, what I really didn't understand that the spread is the basics, basically when you're going into the butterfly or the condor or everything else. Do you know what I mean? So when I heard you say, I says, what? So for myself, it made it easier understanding the next couple strategies.
Oh, great. Well, that's good. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to take you through, show you how to build a vertical, show you how to use probabilities, and how to choose strike prices. And then once you get into the vertical, yesterday we worked on the vertical. Now today we're going to work on combining them to do condors and iron condors.
Right. Okay.
So now we're taking you on a path.
No, I get it.
Natural progression, right? Seriously,
and you know what ends up happening? When you get stuck on something. To me, it was stuck in a good way. I just happen to really like spreads. Okay.
Right.
But I says, okay, now I get it, because it's always a time basis. Whether I think in a trader's career, there's so many times in your life that you'll take the time to dig into it for 5, 10, 20, 30 hours or whatever that is. And then when you find something, you say, okay, it's not that you don't care about the other one, but you say, okay, well, I'm happy where I'm at right now.
Stick to what you know sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, and every trader, think about it, Tom. Every trader has those things that they're good at.
Right.
Right. And things that they have strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
I was talking about this this past Saturday. We were on the road in Omaha, and I was saying when I started out trading, I was really good at trading volatile markets.
Yeah.
That I was proficient at it.
Right.
But when the market slowed down,
right,
it was more difficult for me.
Yeah. It's still difficult for me in a slow market. I'm the same way. I love a volatile market, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So so when I was good when implied volatility was rising.
Yeah.
I was trading long gamma. I was trading the curvature. I was good at that. But when implied volatilities were high and coming down, that's when I struggled. So it wasn't until I realized how to trade both sides of that market that I took the next step.
So true.
Options trading.
Definitely.
Because there is two sides of all those markets,
yes.
right?
Yes. And you've got to be able to make, if you're an investor, that's different, right? You're buying dips, you're holding long term. But if you're a trader, you've got to make money both ways, on the upside and the downside.
Right.
So you've got to learn, and you've got to make money in low volatility and in high volatility.
Yeah.
And so that's what we talk a lot about, and that's what we're trying to teach everyone.
Yeah, and you're doing a great job, man. I mean, the aspect, and it's common sense. I mean, that's when you really bring it down, it's just focusing a bit, listening a bit, then laying those strategies out. And what happens, folks, if you haven't looked at the TD Ameritrade platform, it's a phenomenal platform. So, intuitively, psychologically, and educationally, you can understand what you're doing, and then you can qualify it on the Analyzing tab, which is amazing.
Right.
Right.
And if you're a visual person, which I am, I love to see not only is it visual, but it gives you the numbers as well. You can put up your break-evens, and you can see them not only visually, but in terms of real data, what your break-evens are on a spread.
No doubt. Folks, right here, 45 minutes. Just jump right on your cell phone if you happen to be listening in the West Coast, coming down there, 7 o'clock in the morning, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Kevin, you're a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show in 45 minutes.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Kevin.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are going to be coming right back. We got the oil numbers coming out. Dow Industrials are up 13. Nasdaq's down 7. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 8. You got the Nasdaq down 6. S&Ps are off 1.5. We are going to take a look at the oil numbers out here. Oil numbers are coming out at 10:30. And folks, if you haven't driven the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. Hit the banner, bring it up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account as many times as you like. And you can see how these defined option contracts trade.
Keep pushing those limits with that demo funds, baby.
Yeah, totally. Well,
I emptied my demo account like 5 times, I think.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know, at least.
And when you first, I think when a lot of it first started, you do the binaries, and you make a quick 100,000, and then like in about 50 seconds you lose it.
That's not how I went. I lost about 25 grand, lost about 25 grand, lost about 25 grand, made about 150 grand, and then I decided to really get into an actual strategy and understanding the spreads.
Right,
and binaries
right. Instead of just hitting the
But
button.
it's all a learning process.
It is. No, it totally is.
Okay, so we're jumping into crude oil, of course. We got about 10 minutes until we have those EIA inventory numbers. Crude oil, we're looking at the November contract, currently trading about $50.20. We jumped into the spreads, commodity spreads, crude oil. We jumped into the 11 a.m.s to start things off. So these line up pretty close. We're going to be able to have a floor and a ceiling at about $50.25. So about 5 pennies away from where we are. And as this ticks up, maybe it'll even tick right to that 50.25. Here's going to be our bullish position on the left, 50.25 up to 51.75. We're going to have a bearish position on the right, which is 50.25 down to 48.75. I'll put one contract on each. Buying the bullish one, It's going to be costing us 14 cents or $14. That's all going to be no intrinsic value, all premium, right? Because the price is currently not even within that
10
spread.
cents over, yeah.
No, it's 4 pennies below it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then on the negative side here, we're going to have about 4 pennies of actual value plus the premium. So I already can tell this is going to be about 18 pennies. All right, we'll be selling it. And there's our 18, okay?
Right.
So that's where you'll begin to understand this. I know that there's going to be the same amount of premium relatively priced into this because it's within 5 pennies of the price of where the floor of the ceiling begins.
Yes.
So if I know that this one is $14 with no intrinsic value, and this one has 4 pennies of intrinsic value, I can pretty much guess it's going to be within 18, 19, somewhere in there.
That's
right?
cool. Yeah, right.
So $32 you're looking at away from 50.25, and as this begins to tick, it's coming right up to that level. It's clicking. Whoops. It's approaching even closer. So now we're at 31, as it's now 2 pennies just away from that price. 31. So $31. Let's just jump over to the 12 o'clock, see where we line up. So those are going to have the same one. We walked through a little bit of a similar situation in the Nadex workshop that we did up in Boston,
Yes.
and this is lining up somewhat similar. So here's our 12 o'clocks now. Same exact spreads, 50.25. This time, it's costing us $19 instead of about $14 on that side. And then on the negative side, we'll be selling it, 1 contract. 20. So you're looking at 39 versus 31. Okay, so you're
Okay.
paying about 4 pennies on each side there of
Right.
additional value for that hour. So $39 to go till noon. And now let's just jump over here. So the 8 till 2:30s, they don't quite match up because we'd have to go to 50-50 here.
I
see how that
see.
works?
Yep.
And then let's jump in for the master spreads. They don't quite match up because we'd have to go to 50. So now that's where if you do want a little bit of a bullish or a bearish bias, though, you could choose to, either get in where your floor and ceiling's at 50, so you have the 27 cents of intrinsic value to the upside, or you could do it where your floor and ceiling's at 50-50, where you have that value to the downside. Does that make sense?
Okay, so let's take a look at this for a second.
So we're looking at the November contract. We'll see which one jumps up here is.
Okay, it's November.
Okay.
That's good.
Now this is going to be a delay because I can
Yeah,
already
no,
see
no,
it's
for
at.
sure.
Oh no,
Right.
it's okay. It's at 50.24, so it's
Is it?
pretty close
Okay.
to lined up.
So,
It is a delay, but it's pretty much right where it's trading at either way.
okay, the first leg down has volume. Interesting. Okay, so
Interesting. Love that.
I would be, well, that, so right now I would say that I'd be slightly on the bearish part here. Okay, so let's go back to those. So
Okay.
when I'm looking at that,
Do you want to see what price
yeah,
point you're
just like right at the bottom of that is 49.57. That's not bad.
That's not bad because that's,
Yeah.
again, our pivot point is kind of 50.25.
Yep.
So what did you just say there?
49.57.
So that is what, 68 cents.
Yeah.
So that'd be almost doubling your money if it went down, and that's covering both sides where you still have profit potential to
Okay.
the upside. Now, what do you, when you talk about the 11 o'clocks, maybe the 12 o'clocks?
Let's, could you just do that again with the 11
Yep,
o'clock?
we got time. So we'll jump back into the 11 o'clocks, and I'll leave them both out this time when we do
Okay.
it. So 50.25, here's going to be our 11 o'clock bullish. 50.25, our 11 o'clock bearish. We're going to have one position. We're buying that, $15. We're selling that, 17, about 32.
Yeah, see, that's nice because that's a bearish skew.
No,
No? Yeah.
this is
Well,
stay
it's-
with 50.25. We're within 2 pennies of the pivot point. There's almost no value
Oh,
anymore.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the 50.08. Okay,
Okay.
so, okay. And that's $32, is that what you said?
Yes,
Okay.
$32. And let's just jump over to the 12 o'clocks again because we'll pull them up the same way. There's our bullish position on the left. This time, instead of being 15, it's going to be about 18 to the bullish side. It's going to be a little bit more, about 3 pennies more expensive on the bearish side, right?
Okay.
Because that's where our intrinsic value is. 3
Yep.
pennies to the bearish side on
Right.
this. So 39. That's what. So you're looking at 32 or 39.
So 7 cents gives me an hour.
7 cents gets you an hour both ways too,
Right.
because you're really paying about 3.5 pennies to 4 pennies
Yeah.
each way.
That's
for that.
just one of these, each one
Okay.
of those. Yeah.
Perfect. So let me make sure we're gonna there. These are 12 o'clocks again. We're
Right.
buying.
Which is
There's
pretty
our
good.
buy.
Yeah. We haven't done oil for a while.
There's our sell. Okay, order received. Now you
Okay.
always want to make sure these get hit.
Right.
There's our open positions. We got one positive, one negative. We're covered on each side, and there we go. Good. So we're all set. So again, 50.25 is our pivot point.
Yep.
And we had about $39. We got in $18 on one side, $21 on the other side, $39 total, which is 39 cents away from that 50.25. So let's just call it 40 cents to make things easy, right? So we got 50.65, or we got 49.85.
Okay. That's
All right.
49.75 I was looking at. And what's going to be
49.57.
and what's going to be interesting here is that, like, when the API came out last night.
Yes.
These numbers were, I suspect, they look a little skewed because of the storm. Meaning,
Okay, sure. Yeah.
And so that's going to be built in there.
Definitely.
The gasoline inventories were the highest they were since January. Now, the crude oil inventories were drawn down, but I can picture, we know how many people were out of gas down here. It just kept going to get gas.
Yeah, I heard you talking to Andy Hecht about it. It's a good
so you
conversation.
just keep cranking
There's
it,
a lot
right.
of factors that go into
There
it,
is,
right? It's
there
like
is.
gas, crude oil, demand,
Right.
supply,
Right. Huge.
all of that. The refineries, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. Let's go back over and take a look at this Tesla thing. Blows my mind.
Yeah, it's great.
It really does.
So when I was looking for news to say what is there other news coming out that's counteracting that news? And the only thing I could find was that they have a tractor trailer that's kind of self-driving, and that's supposed to be announced in 2 or 3 weeks and was spotted somewhere on the highway.
Okay.
But that's just like nothing. That's just hype.
Right.
Of course they have kind of prototype vehicles out there.
If you're a Tesla, you just sent the guys out.
Right?
Hey,
I
get
know.
out there.
I know.
Especially a tractor trailer, because
I don't even know if that played into it. I'm
That's
just
a
saying
monster
it was
business.
so comical that was out there, and hey, we'll see.
Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back with the oil numbers, folks. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we just got a pop. We'll get you those numbers. We got a pop from like a 50.22 to 50.55 right now.
And it's climbing. So crude oil inventories fell 6 million barrels. Gas inventories rose 1.64 million barrels. We'll see how that breaks out. Let's jump over to that platform. So there's that 5-minute bar. We're only 40 seconds into it. And we were trading about 50.25. We're up about 30 pennies from there. And again, this position cost us about 39 cents. So break even's at about 50.65 to the positive side. I just pulled up the spread in case you wanted to close this out. Just have it quick and handy.
Yeah.
Here's the positive spread, which is where all the value is right now, obviously, and we'll keep our eye on that. But
Yeah, so put a sell on there. I'll take the 50.65 as break even.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give or take maybe 50.66 to cover commissions.
Yeah.
So that would be your max profit 41. There you go.
That's good. Put it in there.
Okay.
Because,
So you got your order in there. If it ticks up, up. Come on. Come on. We're close, baby. We're close. I'm gonna pull it up again just so you can watch the. There you are. You're the live offer. Come on. There you go.
There you go. Okay.
You're hit. Perfect.
So
now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see this baby tank.
We know how this goes, man.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. I like how you did because we talked about it. Realistically, you were looking for a bearish pullback.
Right.
So anytime you get the bullish pop, you take your money off the table, you break even, and guess what?
Right.
Now you have an hour and a half of exposure.
That's why I'm having the noon one is a lot nicer right now, especially with the pop that quick.
I would agree.
You know.
And as we've seen, anybody who watches this program watches us break down these numbers, man. The first move is not always the move that is able to sustain.
Right.
So let's jump back and see how we go. So here's the big number. Median estimate was almost break even, and you had a 6 million barrel draw. So crude oil, 6 million barrel decline versus a median estimate of 500,000 barrels. Cushing crude plus 1.5 million. PAD 3 crude minus 4.4 million. Gasoline, pretty close, 1.6 million versus 1 million. Distillates, minus 2.6 million versus an estimate of minus 1.5. So fuel demand fell 0.3% in the past 4 weeks. I think, demand is a big part of these numbers that come out, too.
Yeah, it is.
U.S. exported 1.9 million barrels a day of crude oil last week.
Day.
That's absolutely spectacular. Chief energy correspondent. This is where people who have like our man Andy Hecht, of course, a real fundamental breakdown of these things. That's where they dig into these numbers, and I'm guessing, even though I don't have the context to understand it, that's a staggering number.
Right.
Exporting that type of oil. Because guess what? We're always talking about we're oil reliant, right? On whether it's like the Middle East or whatever it is.
But
if we're pumping out 2 million barrels a day and exporting it, maybe we're not as reliant as we used to be.
No, we're not. At least that's that whole shale deal. That shale boom just took oil prices and took those other countries by surprise.
So geez, that was a nice execution when you look at that's almost the high of that bar, 50.66. Take a look at
now.
Seriously, as of right now. But either way, that worked out well.
Listen,
for sure.
if you can get your money back on these volatility trades right away, I like that deal, because the ones that have done really well, you not only get the push, it seems like, and then the best ones I've done so far was the oil ones. It's that one push, two pushes like right away.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then you had something going. Not like this. Not like you get a push and it's just hanging here.
Definitely.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at inside. Now, this is pretty amazing inside the NDX 100. So the NDX 100 is having a hard time, staying at these highs. That being said, wait till you see what's taking over right now. Like, I was looking at this earlier. So you got Mylan Pharmaceutical.
They come out with earnings or
a
drug?
A drug. They got. Let's see what they're saying. Yeah, it's a monster too.
There you go.
So let's see. Mylan rose 19% Wednesday after the company won U.S. regulators' approval for the first generic copy of Teva Pharmaceuticals' best-selling multiple sclerosis drug.
MS. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Seriously.
Anytime you can probably be the first generic approved into a market like that,
huge.
That's a staggering,
no,
be a staggering thing for the company, and obviously it probably is, considering the stock price jumps 20%.
Yeah. Netflix
How about
is
Netflix too? They got upgraded, right? I saw they got upgraded somewhere.
That's up.
I think UBS might have upgraded them. Might be, but they got upgraded to a price target of maybe 225.
Right.
Just talking about.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, UBS.
So. We know that's a great company, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a foundation that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know.
So UBS raises third quarter U.S. streaming net addition estimates to 850,000 versus 750,000. Yeah. Netflix has 26 buys, 13 holds, 3 sell ratings. I'd be interested to see who those sell ratings are. Just bucking the trend either way.
Particularly because you pull up a lot of stocks that are even terrible and you don't have any sell ratings. That's unusual.
For sure. Yeah. So they're coming out with their earnings October 16th. That'll be interesting, but they're jumping that. Pretty staggering when you're that big of a company already,
Seriously.
You know, to be growing 850,000 subscribers. Now, I'm guessing that might be, I was going to say that might be worldwide, and it's U.S.
Wow.
I mean, you know, who doesn't have Netflix yet? No, I know a lot of people don't, but 1 million people for the quarter almost are going to add it. That is a staggering number. It is.
No doubt.
I tell you, can we jump to Disney? I'm just curious because that obviously is a correlation in terms of Netflix rises. Yeah, they're flat. But, you know, Disney doesn't want to see that. Disney doesn't want to see 1 million more Netflix subscribers every single quarter in the U.S.
Right.
That's
right.
Before you know it, there's only, 320
million, right?
People?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when you look at households.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's less. Yeah. Right.
So it's not going to take many quarters to eat up all those households, man.
The Laggards out here today, Micron, that's the first time it's probably been down for a while. It's down 2.8%. JD.com's off 2. Activision is down 1.7. Ultrasalon is down 1.5. Let me just pull this one up for a second. Yeah, this has been having a hard time.
Yeah.
You know? Let's go to the King, Amazon out here. So Amazon up $6. Now that wasn't able to hold price yesterday. We'll see whether they can hold it today. Apple.
One more time. Oh. Doesn't want you to be able to look at Apple.
Yeah. Yeah, Apple's having a hard time here.
Be interesting to see when they start coming out with, not start, they got a while, but
Facebook just sideways.
What are the sales going to be that iPhone 10? What are they going to be the iPhone 8? You know, the watch was already having connectivity issues.
Right.
See how that shakes out.
Let's go back to, let me just see this. I'm going to put the USO up just for a second. That's the equity.
Yeah, U.S. oil.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, a little bit off the highs,
got
probably.
That pop. Let's go back to here for a second.
Yeah.
Well.
That was nice execution. It's always nice when that works out.
It is.
And we'll see. You guys still, it could skyrocket from here.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime
no, I've closed these before and given up
through the moon, right?
Yeah, right.
But hey, anytime, you can cover all your costs.
Within a minute?
Within a minute. And leave yourself literally, 89 minutes left of exposure.
Yeah.
And we know how fast these things can turn around for
sure.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are going to be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials up 11. Nasdaq's down 11. S&Ps are off $1.50. We're going to be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 12. You get the Nasdaq down 12. S&Ps are off $1.50. And Puerto Rican debt. You
talk about some volatility, right?
Debt holders waking up in the morning, folks. This is pretty intense. So the bonds are trading. One of it's called the benchmark obligation bond. That's due in 2035. Was trading at 44 cents on the dollar yesterday. Bottom line, Trump said that, hey, listen, we think it's going
to have to wipe those debts off, right?
Wipe them out. It's 32 cents on the dollar this morning.
Hey.
Bottom line is that the difference of a Commonwealth versus...
Look at that chart.
It's huge, man.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I mean, you were at almost 75 cents not that long ago. So 44 is staggering, but you were at 60 cents not that long ago.
You know, it's amazing. It's that, Puerto Rico, folks, okay, when you look for about the number of people that are actually in Puerto Rico versus what their debt structure is, it's some outrageous. We'll take a look at it.
So here's the full quote that Trump had. We're going to have to look at that whole debt structure Trump said in an interview on Fox News. You know, they owe a lot of money to your friends on Wall Street. We're going to have to wipe that out. That's going to have to be, you can say goodbye to that. I don't know if it's Goldman Sachs, but whoever it is, you can wave goodbye to that.
Yeah. So, when you look at this debt structure, picture this, folks. Whoever even bought it in 2014, this was 100 cents on the dollar in 2014.
Okay.
That's in 2014. They had problems in 2014.
Literally as high as like 95 pennies on the dollar, right there. It's right there on the chart, right?
Yeah.
But it is a downward trend since 2014.
Oh, yeah.
Just to put things in context.
It's amazing what Wall Street can do. Wall Street can sell the debt.
Yep.
And they couldn't pay debt then, folks, okay? And they sold it at 100 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
So
Puerto Rico, go ahead.
No, if you get on there, I'm trying to find the actual number. The number's in the billions, and then we can pull up how many people are there so you can kind of gauge, like, per person what the number would be.
It's staggering, yeah. No. So this is talking about hurricanes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, the bottom line is that, I suspect it's going to work out.
Maybe $74 billion right here. It's not clear how Puerto Rico's debt could just be made to disappear outside of a bankruptcy court, still to wipe out $74 billion in municipal debt, billions, which are guaranteed by the island's constitution, would shake investor faith in a market long considered one of the safest havens. The island's benchmark GO 8% bonds maturing in 2035 saw 2.5 million trade at an all-time low of 44 cents on the dollar Tuesday. Props to whoever just decided to cut their ties and run at 44 cents.
So now that's paying 24% at 33 cents. Because when you calculate that, 8% was at a full value, folks. Okay, that's how they're selling you an 8% bond at 100 cents, callable July 35. So if you take instead of paying $1, you're paying 33 cents. You can triple that.
I'm with you.
But the bottom line is you might not get nothing back.
You might get it all taken away tomorrow.
That's right.
To put things in context.
Oh, the biggest holders: BlackRock, Templeton Investments, Goldman Sachs Asset Management Unit.
There you go.
Are the biggest holders in notes according to company filings between June and August compiled by Bloomberg.
Okay, so it says it's unclear how much, if any, Goldman Sachs Group still holds in its mutual funds as of July. Significant tranches of its debt were held by companies including Aerialis, Autonomy, Franklin Mutual, Geo Bonders, and a group of some sales tax bondholders declined to comment. Of course, they declined to comment. So here's some of the making sense of Puerto Rican debt debacle. You got pension, and I'm not sure general obligation. I'm not sure COFINA and PREPA are. Yeah, lots to digest there. Pretty amazing. Staggering numbers for sure.
Yeah,
and they really are per person. I mean, it's quite a debt load.
We're going to pull that up. Do you have the number again?
We'll slide up. I think it was 74 billion.
Okay, we just got to remember that. So at the break, we'll pull up.
There it is, 74 billion.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's intriguing here is that there's no doubt you can leave the island. You know what I didn't know, which is really wild. So if you're on the island, right?
Yes.
You cannot vote. Okay, it's because it's not a state, right?
Right.
But when
they
you
don't have any electoral.
Right. When you come off the island, you can come to Florida and then you vote because they're American citizens. It just happens to be.
If you live there.
That's right. If you move from Puerto Rico and you move to Florida.
Just to put things together, I mean that's.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, just as you move from one state to another state, you would be part of that electoral vote. Do you see how? I mean, to put things in context, if you move from Texas, which is a staunchly Republican state, to Florida, which is a toss-up state, you then become part of that electoral college. So that's a similar way that, because they are American citizens.
They're going from not voting at all, though. Once they get to the mainland, they can vote, which is pretty cool.
Definitely, yeah. So 3.7 million people.
That's it.
And I
divided by 74 billion.
My brain isn't quick enough to do that kind of a number of. Let's see what we can put together here. So per person, we're looking at 74.
Well, calculate even go
I
that high.
I had to just keep adding zeros.
I know.
Divided by, let's just call it 4 million people.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
$18,000 per person. That's not too staggering, right?
That's not bad. No.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you'd think it'd be more than that.
I mean, what's our
That's not 185
what's our national debt right now per person? It's staggering.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at 20 trillion divided by 400 million.
Yeah.
That's a staggering number too.
That's not that bad.
Everything's context.
Oh, it is. No, it is.
The problem is it's bad in terms of their GDP.
Yeah.
And their economy.
Right. That's how to pay for it.
Because 20 trillion is a staggering number, but thankfully the U.S. has a super powerful economy, and our GDP is huge. And unfortunately, Puerto Rico doesn't have that same type of economic engine. So to take on that type of debt without the economic engine behind it is a tough deal.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. Get a flat market.
Yeah, so you just looked it up. I mean, maybe 50.66 was the high of the day for oil. We'll see what happens. Not bad.
Yeah, and let me go, actually, because even though this is delayed, I'll be able to get a little better clue on how this looks.
Sure, because the initial move is going to be in that chart now.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I think it's still showing it's up there. 50.67.
Well, it is, yeah. So what happens is that's about 4 or 5 minutes into the news already.
Yeah.
It's a 15-minute delay.
Okay.
So that was the first spike. On that chart, you're already out of it, just to put things in context.
Right. USO, let's take a look at that. Yeah, right. Bottom line, we'll see where this baby shakes out. Some of the higher volume stocks in this market right now, and you know what has happened every day, folks, is that even when the market opens flat like this, you give it another couple hours. It's just
sure. And the tough part about Puerto Rico, just to throw it in context, everyone's like, wipe out their debt, so bad, right? Municipalities and states can declare bankruptcy. So keep that in context as you kind of look down upon that deal of just wiping out debt. Everybody likes to wipe out debt, and for some reason Puerto Rico's kind of cordoned off and saying you can't. So
right, because they made a law against it. Yeah, right. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You have the Dow Industrials right now up 15. Nasdaq's down 9, S&P's are flat, gold's up $3. You got King Dollar down 109 ticks. We're gonna be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now at 14, Nasdaq's down 8, S&P's are down $1. Basically, you got a little flat market out here.
Oil's on its way to $49.
Yeah, we got some action here.
That's definitely action.
You know?
I mean, you're only 18 pennies away from value to the downside, which is pretty intriguing. You know, to put the cursor, here's 50.25. That's where your bearish one. And let's just pull up the bearish spread. So only 2 cents of value, $2 in value to the downside.
Right.
Let's pull that up.
That can change quickly, though.
That can change real quickly. Now it's $2, but the bid offer spread, if you were going to get in this, you'd have to pay $5 to get in that, obviously. Still decently out of the money, but again, you got 65 minutes of exposure there, and it's moving in your direction.
Well, and the other side here, I should put an offer in, a bid in anyway, because
where would you be looking? I mean, you're so far away right now.
If you get a spike, no, I'd put it so far away. I'm just thinking.
Yeah. I mean, you always can.
Yeah, because the spiking aspect in this market in general.
It could. I mean, these are 5-minute bars we're looking at.
Right.
This one is almost a 20-cent bar within 5 minutes. So if you're not watching this thing, religiously all throughout the next hour,
when I go from the studio to my office.
There you go. No, true. Very true. For sure, man. We'll pull it up maybe after the show and see, for sure.
And you stay right there, folks. We got, of course, Think or Swim coming up next. You want to understand the option market, the futures market. Then we're going to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. And, bottom line, you get another day, and we get another high in the Dow Industrials. So let's see. It's a small high, but it's a high.
High's a high.
A high's a high. And the strength inside out here this morning, putting points into it, United Health. Up 8, Caterpillar putting 7 points, 3M putting 7.
Good old Goldman Sachs. Look at Apple. Yeah.
Apple's the big mover on the way down, taking 8 points away. You stay right there, folks. Think of Swim coming right back up. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.